Hello, good evening. Good evening to you all and happy Sunday. Let's see if I will have people to join me, anyone or people to join me today. I see a lot of people are on live, so I I had to keep this stream to this time, just trying to avoid it clashing with others, but I just can't avoid or good evening, good evening. Please make yourself visible. Oh, you run away. Okay. Please come back. Don't let me be here alone. I'm going to wait for the next 10 minutes and see if anyone joins me. I really can't be doing it alone. So we just give you some minutes and see. Let me see the slides. Is it working? there any different? Really? I don't know. Let me see if I can also connect to the Facebook and I can be doing my normal talk there. Is this one WhatsApp? This is Nightbots, Facebook. Excuse me. Excuse me. That's a very bad one. I'll definitely use mine. Since with YouTube we cannot play music, everything is restricted and it makes the waiting time very boring. Okay. Little sorrow. Bam, bam, Good evening. Please make yourself visible so I can acknowledge you. Thank you. Happy Sunday. I won't be able to really talk much about what we have on the thumbnail if I'm just the only one here. All the setting that Facebook want me to do. I don't have time for settings. Oh. Good evening, Spice It Up. How are you, Spice It Up? Hope you're well. It's been a while on your video. I'm sure you're busy. Happy Sunday and thanks for joining. I hope you can hear me. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Thank you. So I said I should wait a little bit before I start doing my ranting. If I will find anyone to join, I this is my first time of doing Sundays really on Gores Corner. There was football yesterday, football match, and you know what? As usual, we have to let the head of the house have their ways. So I had to change my live stream. But of recent, YouTube has been a bit slow. I'm sure you've seen the Tom's mail as well, what I wanted to discuss. And I've got a case study that is very similar to that. So I thought, okay, it's actually the right time. What happened to the lady Farida and a man called Dimola? They are Yoruba socialites, I will say. And the lady wanted to log herself out of the world by doing a jump into the lagoon, but she was kind of rescued, or would I say, she got intervention. Let me see if I can put their pictures or whatever on the screen. And few other things I would like to discuss. Here I am well, thank you. That's great. Hello, Nkechi. Happy Sunday to you. Hope you're well. How are the family? Thanks for joining me. Bless you. Thank you. I think we have two silent watchers. They've not been, um, would I say, show themselves. Um, Let me see if I can put this one on the screen, then we can start gradually. Who's we? Thank God. Yeah, we thank God. I'm trying. Let me just say, I'm trying. We thank God. So I wanted to want us to discuss about this woman. Initially I said lady. She's not a lady. I think she's my age mate. Um, she was she got, would I say, overwhelmed with life, and she wanted to log herself out of the world. I'm sure one or two people have seen her story. Did I send it or I didn't send it? I don't even know. She wanted to log herself out of the world, and she was rescued. I didn't cancel it. And she was rescued. And what could have caused it? The story that we heard so far, what I read a little bit from Instagram, I know Gist Lover was also a bit involved in trying to let us know how it was going, and a little bit of the voicemail that the woman sent while she was trying to, before she actually left for the trip to the to Lagos Island. Um, why is this thing not going? Please give me a minute. Let me just try and put a picture on. That will give us a clue. This is the woman I'm talking about. And I've got a case study. I think I might just as well just put that on so you can see how I had to put both of them related. The case study is not from me, so I got it on, what's it called? Somebody sent it to me, but I went to their page to actually look for it myself. So I'm just gonna put that on as well. So why I was asking in the why I said are women the causes of betrayal in the description, the title of the live stream, is because if we look at it, some sort of this woman's story, one or two people that must have read the story, it has to do with the man is also is in love with someone else, and being someone that she knows, a friend. Like, are we women the causes of the betrayal most times? Because you know someone is married, but or um should I say someone is this, you know, someone who is engaged, or you know the person they are dating, but at the same time you still agree to still be their side chick or to be dating them. Is it because they will tell you they don't love the other party, you're the one they love, so you agree that they should continue to deceive the other party, forgetting that one day they will get fed up of you and they will turn the same finger at you. I heard of a story of a snake. A hunter was going and saw a snake that was wounded almost at the point of death, and the hunter decided to save it, to save the snake, and brought the snake home. After nurturing the snake and nurturing and nursing the snake, then this when the snake was has have enough strength, it decided to strike the hunter, saying, next time you don't do that, you see. And he went on with his own business. Sometimes these people that you think you are allowed to betray your fellow human being, you might enjoy it for a few years. Of course, it only lasts for a few years. They will come back to if they are no longer in relationship with that person, is understandable. If they want you, they need to be they need to, they need to end the relationship with the other party, and you need to give it a chance, give it a space. It's not because you said you want them to, you can't be in relationship with them because they are going out with someone else, then instantly they will go and break up with that person, and then instantly you start having relationship with them. It doesn't work that way. I think we women, we give them the chance to obviously step on us most of the time. I'm not saying 100%, please. Most of the time, women also contribute. We give them the sake. We give them the space to treble upon us, because some men, they have it in here. It's an ingrowth thing. They have it in here that women, they can do whatever they like, whatever, however, whichever, whatever, ever thing they can do with a woman. Is their property, is their tissue, is their clothes that they dump somewhere. They can pick it up at any time. They can shake it up. They can clean it. They can iron it. They can wash it. They can throw it away. They can kick it. It now comes to a stage where you want to be treated that way, or you want to be nurtured well, pampered. Spice It Up said, her story is really sad. She knows is with someone else. She used the money to marry him. Spending so much, and now see the results. She spent 100 million, and I'm sure, let's be sincere, She spent more than that 100 million. They said it's the party. What about other things that other petty things that she did not put? I am not trying to shame this man that we were trying to talk about right now. He's an ex-convict. He needed a shelter. He needed a place to sleep, put his head on, and so whoever comes as his helpers at that time, he will be loyal to that person. This is what life has taught me. When we are in need, if we find someone who is someone who would I say have mercy on us, or take pity and decide to want to help us, um a form of love would develop. It's natural because that's the person that helped you. You can't just continue, you can't love the person, people that are just passing by and don't help you. You are hurt, you fall down, you see someone who decide to raise you up, help you to get up and walk. Those people that are passing by that did not help you, you can't just be loving them. It is that person that helped you that you'll be swinging with. As time goes on, you now have strength. You can stand on your own. You are able to now tell whoever helped you to get up that, oh, I don't like the way you're holding me. Okay, leave me alone. I think I can stand by myself. It happens. This is where I think some women forget it. She thought cleaning him up will make him loyal to her. It's a lie. The man started figuring out what he cannot take, what he cannot accept from her. He said he feels useless because the woman was doing everything. The man doesn't have the time, this chance to be is a man. Even if he, I felt to myself, I said the lady should have asked him, what would they like to do as a business, so that if you empower them, let them be the one, because naturally a man wants to be a provider. You can both be providing for the house, but when he's not even giving it at all, he will get to a stage he feel useless. He would even trust you, would think you, or if you tell him, honey, sit down there, he would think you want to control him. But when there's money, it too is working. If he says sit down, sometimes he wouldn't want to think at it, look at it as a control. He want to look at it as, oh, is there a reason why you want me to see that? Is there a message you're passing across? That's when he wants, but else they will think, oh, she just want to control me. She said, hold on, let me read you. She was very stupid to have spent much amount of on ex-convict. So no family and what have our investments. I don't know. I don't know. I think few things I will pick up. I will say Yoruba, there are some Yoruba people, they are a bit loud. I think a kind of socialite person is the type that I heard she pop nose or she's a bit loud. So I think she pop nose into people's destiny. It was one of the things the guy did complain of, and he might feel that he's not able, he won't be able to control her. Sometimes when we're talking on at home with our friends and our husband are upstairs or the other room, they can hear some of they can see what kind of person you are talking to, the kind of discussion where is leading to. Sometimes when you're done on the phone, they will warn you. I'm being sincere here. Like, what kind of conversation is that? What happened? Some will tell you, I don't like that line of conversation. We need that wake up. So we need that wake up. Sometimes we cannot always be right. No matter how you think you're rich, more than your husband, whatever, they can also tell sometimes when you're being misled or when you're going over the limits. These are one of the things that women tend to forget, that even if they are much independent, you need a man beside you, or someone if you don't have if you're not married. I'm not saying you have to be married to be if you have a very good friend that is beside you, they can tell you that thing you're doing, no, it's going to get you in trouble or you're going to get burnt. Welcome, Chisom. Thanks for joining me. They're going to tell you, oh, that thing is going to get you burnt, or that line you're trying to face is going to be messy. Don't try it again. It will give you that reason to have a rethink. Then, if you're talking to that person next time, you will watch what you want to say and you want to reduce the time. you spend with that person, because if it's that kind of a thing. So I don't know, maybe she's not the type. The man has observed that she is not the type that he will be able to tell not to go out on a party today, or don't interfere into those clash. Maybe there are some people having a clash and she's always wanted to be the advisor, or always want to put her mouth into people's situation. He might be observing and be saying to himself, I don't think I can handle this woman. It doesn't mean the help she has rendered when he was coming out from the prison, that he will reject it. He will be finding a way of how he will get settled, then he can bid her goodbye. This is where we come in and we say, oh, when he knew he wasn't going to love her, why didn't he tell her from the beginning? Let's be sincere and be realistic here. If you need serious help, when people come or anyone comes to help you to get up, you can't just reject it. You might thank the person, thank you. Oh, I will pay you when I'm good enough to. And some will say, never mind, blah, blah, blah. But what happened mostly to women, mostly, I didn't say every, majority of some women that will help a man to from the scratch like that, they are expecting a loyalty to them. They expect that you have to be loyal to them. Most of the thing they expect from them is love, genuine love, as a return. Some can tell you, I don't need your money, I don't need anything, I'm just doing it for the sake of God or whatever, for love's sake. God said. But as time goes on, emotions start setting in. They start having affection, and in that affection, they expect the return. They expect total response from that person they've helped. People will tell you, I don't want money from you, I don't want so thing from you. In one way or the other, when they are in trouble, you are part of the people they will be expecting to be on their side. It's natural for a human being. So it now takes a while for you to sit back and think, oh, I don't think that person should support me if it's not genuine from them, because I know that support might not last. That's where I think that we women tend to get it wrong. Not remembering that help, that support you're giving, when that person is trying to show you love, it might not be a genuine one. It might not last. They might just be putting up that face because of the help you render to them. The help you render to them, they don't also want to look like the bad one. But for how long would they be able to do it? Is because remember, they are just putting on that face. It's a pretense, but they are the only one who could show that love. They need to show you that support and love. This is where some ladies are getting it wrong. I don't know what's happening. I think there's no one here again. Okay, so I'll just get the case study there. So I want us to draw a lesson out from this the woman's story. In as much as we've heard from it, let's bring out all the lessons that we can pick from our stories. We can just say, oh, she shouldn't have spent 100,000, 100 million. Fine, we know that, but what are other stories or other lessons? I mean, other lessons we can pick from. We view things from different angles. So just it's not just about the 100 million. I heard she has children, and some people were saying, "Oh, it's an adopted children." Okay, it's an adopted children, but it's still their children. I know that from in Nigeria, what happens is if you adopt, people don't really want to count them as your children. You know how where we come from is sometimes, but it's still better than when you don't have at all. Treat them like yours. If you've adopted them, they've become yours because you did not give birth to them biologically like that. Doesn't mean that you're not their parent. Treat them exactly like you would treat yours. And for her age, she was now still looking for a fruit of the womb. She still feels she needs to, would I say, give birth to a child for the man, not knowing that the man's mind isn't with her, you know. So she wanted to please the man. She wanted what they call crown, Where we call in my own place, they call them the king, the crown of woman's hair. She wanted one. I she desire it, but I was baffled that because it wasn't her first one. If even if she hasn't been said no male has said hello to her in the past, I will understand, but it wasn't her first time. So that's why I felt she shouldn't have. But hey, who are we to actually judge that way? Sometimes they will say when it happens to you, you will understand. It's easier for us to advise that, oh, you shouldn't have done that. When it comes to love, it makes people behave like a baby. Love makes people behave like a baby. Yes, Tati. Okay, thank you. So I think it tends to slow down their thinking level. Hold a minute, please. Sir, yeah, so it makes them think like a baby. Maybe their thinking level are so slow. Not even if people say don't do this because they are in love, anything that will make them happiest at that time is what they look for. They don't consider what if it doesn't work tomorrow. While I'm talking, okay, I've sent the story I wanted to share. One, two, I think there were three. Seriously, I hope I've not missed this story. I've not lost the last bit. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the story together. Hi, Nurse. Is it Versatile? Nurse Francis. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining me. I think I saw it as two, or as three. I mean. So there's another story I saw. It was sent to me by someone, and I went to the page to look at it. So I've had this like all over 3 weeks. So when Farida's matter happened, the lady in yellow is called Farida. Why the one in white, the guy in white is Ademola. For Facebook people, I'm sorry I'm not able to share the screen, but I'm sure you guys know who I'm talking about. Um, do you want something? You want to eat up some apple crumble? Yeah. Can you dish it out yourself, please? Yeah. Thank you. Okay, it was two. One and two. Okay. I'll make it stretchy now so that we can be able to read that on the screen. So, and let's now think of the woman that the man was dating, who was the lady's from our friend. This is what I was talking about. That people will know that as you know your friend is dating social person and the person is showing interest in you. Is it let him know that he would pick either of you. Don't be the cause of their separation. And if you sees that you're not or giving him a green light, and he feels he will need to end up the relationship he has, then it's his own cup of tea. Don't be the cause of it, and give it time. Give it time before you guys start relationship, because no matter what, people will still talk. Yes. um but I'm still in church and cannot participate as required. No problem. Thank you for joining. I appreciate. So, the lady was dating her friend was now dating this guy as well. There was so many stories that we heard. This is what I'm trying to point out here, that are women the causes of betrayers? Because I feel we give them the yardstick, the freedom to come treble on us sometimes, not all the time. For a man to be dating two known friends, they know themselves. At least one knew that the man was dating a friend, but still go ahead. They fell in love. Why don't you tell your friend that this person is coming to me? Then what happened with ladies is that the moment they notice the other person is interested in their husband, it now becomes a fight in their husband to be, boyfriend or whatever. So they will now become, it becomes a fight of a word of war. Like, who, let's see who is going to win. They do that to themselves. Then the game has begun. The line has been drawn. Da, 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 da. It becomes a battle. And in a battle, everyone wants to be a winner. Then they are going to be mean to themselves. They are going to be mean to themselves, bringing out each other's dirty secrets, even what the other party has gone through, and your friend were there for you. They now start using it as a word out there, so that it will hurt you. You will get back, you will feel down. If you feel down, some of your friends know your the weakening points. They know what they could say to you to make you fall. Fall. Are you okay? Okay. So you can watch it upstairs in my room. And the fight continues. They know what will get you angry. They will know what will make you weak. They will go on with it. Sorry, there. They will go on to do that so that you can feel very annoyed. That they want to use that to defeat you, and the other party will feel angry that you have done this to me, blah blah blah. The fight continues. Meanwhile, the man you guys are doing this all over is enjoying his life. He will be looking at you guys. He will be feeling high. You guys are the one making fool of yourself. He is enjoying his own life. And this is the story I wanted to us to. It's the second story where I said, okay, I've got another one which says, for not knowing about child. We're going to talk about that later. But this betrayal, why I said, are women the cause of betrayal? Was this story that I said I have a few weeks ago, and also the story of Farida and Demola. If you look at the story from the beginning here, I'm gonna be reading it out because of the people on Facebook. Okay, so I'm gonna read it. That it said, "Good afternoon, Mabi." I don't know who the person is, but I'm just gonna go straight to the point here. What is it? To the main story. The main business. My friend asked this guy, apparently the brewing understanding between them was a thing of concern. When they had their baby, everyone, including, thought things would work, but no. How did I get here? Why is it going off? Sorry, guys. But nothing what they finally agreed to part ways. Now, this guy approached me also when he was still married to my friend. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Hello, True Life, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. He said they finally agreed to part way. Now, this guy approached me also when he was still married to my friend. I studied neatly his personality. We started dating and agreed to tell his ex-wife when we must have gotten to the stage of marriage. He deals on senator materials and accessories. Much later, I brought up suggestion of we traveling out of to start afresh. He proposed that we take his daughter along so his ex-wife can move on properly. I hope I've not gone too far. Yeah, I'm still here. That was on point. That was the point we both agreed to talk to her about our intention. My man opted to tell her himself, and the feedback I got from him was encouraging. So we started. Women, God help us. So we started processing. Maybe um we started processing, or maybe I thought he started. I brought 8 million. He sold off his stock and brought 6 million. Now back to why I'm here. He ended up traveling with his ex-wife and daughter. I can't fathom if I was used or what. Remember, this guy approached me for friendship. Now she's asking this question: how do I get him to pay me? How do I revenge? I sold off to realize that amount. I hope you guys understand the story. It's so pathetic. That's why I said, are women the causes of betrayers? I think we're helping them the more. You join a man, you know these people are couple. Then the man approached you, you agreed. Just they will tell you they're having issue with their wife. Why should you be the solution? Why should you be the one to, I don't know the word to use that will fit in. Why should you be the one to give the man the peace when he's still having issue with his wife? Let them resolve it. If they want to pack it up, let them pack it up without you being involved. If you want to help them to mend it, we can still say it's okay. But why should you be the one to be used as the scissors, as the blade, the knife for to end up their relationship? You wanted to elope with the man. So you sold your property, you put 8 million down, he put 6 million down. Then when you guys process the visa thing, then he ended up traveling with his child, maybe daughter, and his ex-wife, because you should have been the one to help them, to start preaching to them, and assuring them of tomorrow, that they should try and look into their relationship, why they've been together in the first place, and amend their issue. But no, you decide to use yourself as the way to cut the relationship. So when they realize the type of person you are, They decide to elope with your money. So who is now at fault? This is why I was asking, are women the causes of betrayers? Because you give the man, this man, the avenue to use you. The same way with the story of this Farida, this this woman, the Farida, she's dating the man, her friend is dating the man, then it now becomes a fight. They were now sending voicemail to each other. They were now threatening each other, telling themselves, oh, I'm going to expose you to this lover. This lover is going to post our story. I'm going to tell them what you've done. I'm going to tell them how many men you slept with. You know, you're now threatening yourself. No matter how good you guys are to each other, you must have been there to each other in one way or the other that people don't know. Then you now use that as a point of, oh, I'm going to use that to weaken her. Then the other one will think of, oh, I'm going to use another thing that I know about her to weaken her, just because of a man. And this man is not interested in you. You said he was doing this, but you went ahead and still spend that loads of money on wedding. We heard the man wasn't even coming home to her anymore. They had to beg her. I don't think Nkechi is still here anymore though. So this they had to beg the man I mean to come attend the party because they've spent money. Most people come. Can you guys not just say the date has been changed? You will notify them later. People will only talk a week or two maximum. The whole thing will die down. But you still went ahead. I'm sure I know you guys must have sewn clothes. You've contracted the people that will cook this, that, 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 that. Yeah, I understand that. I get it. Let me charge this phone. But it is better, just 2 months, and they were done with the marriage. So the 100 million she spent ahead, she went to go and get a loan and all that. She's gonna be thinking of how will she even recover that money. God knows the amount of time she signed to actually get paid that money back. This woman now on the case study, she knew what was going on with the man and his wife or fiance. Because he knows the man is having issue. Men, if they're having issue and they are not thinking well, they are complaining, nagging to you, don't be their pillow. Don't be their pillow. It's not all the pillows that you can actually use as your what's it called, support. Some is just for temporary. He needs someone to talk to, someone to calm him down, reassure him. You turn yourself to the pillow, and then the next thing you turn yourself to the bed that you guys should be sleeping together. So you come, because you were giving him a listening ear. He will tell you everything. He will tell you how his wife is smelling. He will tell you his wife doesn't do even what you know his wife does. It's just because he wants to look good. He wants to look at, like, he wants to show you that he's the victim. You will have pity on him. Then you started making plan to for you guys to, then because he knows you show him concern, love, and all that. All they need to do is press the next button, love button, and press the love button. I love you. I've been loving you since. I've been loving you. You're the one I wanted to come and meet before I met her. Or, oh, if I've met you first, I wouldn't have gone to her. It was a situation that pushed me to it. Oh, I only went to her out of pity. They will tell you things. Then you start, your hair starts swelling up. You agree to date him. He has not even packed up with his wife. Even if they are divorced, why don't you give them a year to two? Let's see, maybe they are still going to come back. Then you started dating him. You now started planning that you guys should go abroad. You want to move abroad so that his ex can move on properly. Is that how easy people can move on? They've had a child together. Then you want to go with his child, with the woman's child. That's not fair. Now the man has gone. When you guys have gotten everything, he traveled with his ex. Like who you be now? This is why I was saying, ladies, What's happening now? Women, what's happening? When it comes to this love, uh-uh, we used to use our chest to take it. We, we want to help them. We want to be the savior. When it comes to love, we want to be the savior. This woman now, that man was just coming out from where he went to go and serve some punishment. I don't know what got into where he was coming out from. I don't want to use that to shame him, but what I want to bring out from it is that, if someone is serving a community service, a prison service, detention, and all that, know that they didn't have all the time they meant to have if they weren't there. There are certain things that are meant to do that they are not able to do. So they might not be thinking well all the time. They need somewhere to cool off. They need someone to reassure them. They need someone to show them love. They need someone to help them when they can't get up they need a shoulder to rest on. They need someone to give them that push. Like, you can do it. You fall down doesn't mean that's the end. That they need those people around that time. That doesn't mean that everyone that contributed to their getting up will be someone that they must love, they must marry. That man needs help as at that time. No matter love, he is going to show you. You can't really tell that is a true love. It might just be he has no other choice than to love, to show you that love you needed as at that time. Is it coming genuinely? It's because that person, he found you as the savior, his own savior, as at the time of his needs. Let's be sincere, even God that created us, eh? Every morning we praise God. Most of us, God, have we not seen in a day? So when they start having coins, they will start thinking of the one they think they can control. Why do you think some men, once they start having coins, they will go and look for one small girl? They don't even mind if that small girl is calling them, "Oh, shut up! Oh, shut up!" That one will be hyping their head very well because it's someone they know they can talk to. I don't want to use the word control because men like to be in control, really. But someone that they can say, okay, this is not you that you just pick them up. I'm not saying, please don't get me wrong. I am not saying if you help someone from the scratch, they cannot love you. I'm just saying majority of them, they end up initially they have no choice. They feel they're indebted to you. They want to also show you gratitude. That's what I'm trying to say. They want to show you gratitude. During that time, they're trying to show you gratitude. You can't really tell the genuine love between that and them trying to show you gratitude. And when they're trying to show that, what women want, and men know this code very well. What women want mostly as return is for you to show them love. They want love as a return. They want love. They want you to show them love. That's one of the things they want. You will see some of them, especially if they are well to do, they will tell you, "Oh, I don't need your money. All I need is your love. All I need is your heart. I don't need your money. Just love me for who I am." And the man will say, "Yes, okay, I would love you for." But when they start having money, that they see there are some behaviors they see in you that maybe they are not able to correct, or they feel they can't undo you as such. They will start looking elsewhere. So that love you thought you had from them is not a genuine love. They were just trying to be there for you the same way you were there for them when they needed help. Welcome, Sister Uju. Happy Sunday to you. Women should stop doing this. It is getting rampant right now. Women now think see, most men now, they now think all women want to do is just buy their love. Some women don't want to hear the word buy, but that's what you're actually doing. If you help a man and you want love in return, you're trying to buy the love. Let's be sincere. They will give you that pretense for as long as they can undo it till. Once they feel they can't take it anymore, they will start taking a step. It's not less for you to quickly know that this person is no longer on the same page with me. I am the only one on this pay. Because see, that time you even think they are showing you love. They are just trying. They are just trying. Some of them don't even know that they are not really in love with you. They are still watching you because they're wearing the one that came to you initially. Remember, most men, when they see a lady that they like, there must be something that attracts them. Maybe it's the way you talk, the way you address things, the way you handle things, the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you're how hardworking you are. Then it starts, they start having that interest. That interest starts to develop. But in this situation where they are in need, you are the one who saw them in need and you decide to help. Help that way. When they now start showing you, turning it to love, you should tell them no. Try, 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 try. I know it's easier said than done, but most times what happens is that, you know, that love is not really deep. It's easier for them to, let go and look at somewhere else. Most times they feel the help you are doing to them is because you need something in return, or they feel, what can I give you as a return of this love, this help you have rendered. They know women's button is to for you them to just approach you, use the word love thing, and they convince you for two to three, how many times, then you like, okay, 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 I just want I didn't come to you, I only helped you in good heart, I don't want anyone to break my heart. They will say yes. Even some of them don't know they're going to break your heart. Let them have money. That's when they will know that that one is lighter, the other one is darker, that one does not, this one. That's when they can differentiate. Yeah, these days they plan it with their wife. Some does it. They now use it as some people even use it as a business, which we read about. Is it church EO? I wanted to treat that last week, but I couldn't. I wasn't able to come up with it. Some people now use it as a business to now deceive. These love things. The thing is, women, please stop buying love. This woman decided to the one on the one on have I added you, Sister Uju? Oh, welcome, Sister Uju. Did I add you? I don't know what I've done. Did I unmute? I think I've added her. I think it was a mistake from you. I've tried to add you. Let me drop the link again. So as I was saying, look at it. They know the love. They know the code. They know what the woman wants most times. So therefore, what happened? They just say it. Oh, you've been nice to me, blah blah blah. You are the God sent. God, they were dreaming. They were da, 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 da. God has told them somebody's gonna come. They will tell you stories. They will tell you what we want to hear. What we want to hear. And it sweetens you. Then you give up your heart. In the process, when they don't like it anymore, most of them don't know how to come and tell you they don't want to continue anymore. Instead of them to let you know, I don't think this thing can work, they will first of all look for their replacements. That's what they do most times. They will first of all look for their replacement. Once they look for the replacement, then they can start giving you more attitude. If they haven't found replacement, they will still be managing you. The moment they find a replacement for you, the one they think, okay, is their own, are the one who actually they can give, the person can, or they can both be given. But if you're always the giver, the man said he felt useless as a man. Most men want to be the provider. We women want to also provide. We want to also provide. I know the world we're in. I usually say, women, please work, have something doing so that you're not being cheated out, blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't mean that you should be the only one to provide. If the man is working, Both of you can contribute, help in the little way you can. Take some part, let him take some part. Two hands, one hand will wash the other. You both wash, you both make things okay, so that no, you're not no one person is not overwhelmed with just the bills alone. But it doesn't mean that you should not allow him to do his own right. There was a time that my husband would use my kitchen a lot. I started complaining because I was like, yeah, isn't it he wants to cook? He knows how to cook now. Since I'm lucky with someone that who know how to cook. But later I started feeling like, okay, it seems like this guy is taking my kitchen. I turned it to a fight though. Modaru. If I go into Yoruba, I turn it to a fight. I said, why are you trying to take over my kitchen? Blah, blah, blah. This is who we are. Like, don't take my space. You know how to cook fine, but it's my this thing. I have to say, women's kitchen, this one, that one, that one. So if you're taking yeah, well, if you're just what is responsibility, you're doing it. It's not like he's struggling. If you know, if they're struggling financially, you're helping them. If you have money, let them help them with maybe the business they can do. Then they can also be able to contribute in the house. Even if you're now the majority, the one that contribute more based on what they earn, it's still okay. But don't take everything. You will provide slippers, shoe. You almost want to provide the air they will breathe. Then they will start feeling like they are not man enough. Even some things that you do that some of them are meant to maybe scold you, tell you all for say, don't do that again. They will be thinking because you're the provider. That's why you're doing so thing. But if you both of you are doing is contributing you can tell. At least it's better you guys spill out what you don't feel like, what you feel your partner is doing wrong. You talk about it, have a fight, make up, like then move on. Rather than you're the only one doing it. On the case study, this woman now, she put herself as I don't know what to even call it. Like, why do we want to take ourselves as the savior? Savior, we always want to be. When it comes to men, please, I've realized this. No matter what, their brain will reset in a way. They want to be the leader. We used to say that, oh, some men don't want their wife to be richer than them. We know. But we too should not do too much. Try and give them a chance. You do everything. I'm sure she's realized her mistake, but this is for people to also learn. There was another one too, the lady in the flight, I think she's a flight attendant. She too was trying to buy a man in a way. It get to a state they will go and look for the one that they feels they can. I don't know. I don't. Maybe I should use the word control. The one they can say they actually went to approach. Let's not be doing too much. The woman, I don't know, his sister Joy used to hear, maybe it was her internet. The other one on the case study on this one that she was even planning for she suggested that they should move abroad. How would you want to move abroad with another woman's child? It brings us back to the story of Stella. Is it Damascus or Damascus? And Daniel Deminocus and what's it called? Solomon Stella. Is it what's that lady? The other lady's name? Something Solomon. Women, please do better. Do better when it comes to you trying to be with a man. Look at where they are coming from. Look at what your presence in their life will be costing the other person. If you say, oh, I don't care, I'm not this one, that one, please let me remind you, it will only take few years. The man is still going to show you what you don't know that woman was going through in their hand. He's still going to show it to you. I think I did share a story I read on is it Nezerville? The woman also stated that she dated a man that they were friends from maybe school and uni. Then the man wanted to travel out. She said she won't be able to wait. The man traveled out, got married to a white lady. When the man was okay, he traveled to Nigeria. Then she met his former lover. Then they started dating. In a nutshell, things just messed up. So she knew in her heart that she contributed to the man's why the marriage broke up, because the man was now spending more time with her. And she can imagine those times the man was spending with her, what was his first wife going through. But after the woman divorced, everything divorced, then the man now starts showing her. This is what it is. They will always come back. I can tell you so. In fact, I have more than 10 people that I know. They will change later. It might take 10 years. This is where I think people get it wrong. They think, oh, 2 years, things are still fine. 3 years, they will give birth. 4 years, 5 years. See, they will still come back. You will still see that behavior. Maybe, in fact, what that first wife missed, God saved her from. You might be the one that will, especially when things are not going well. If things did not go well, when I mean like financially go well, they will show you Pepe. You will see the person you don't know them to be. Stop trying to be their savior. Help if you want to help, but um do not allow them to show you would I say gratitude, yeah, in loving you. In How do I put this word? Don't let them use loving you as a gratitude, because it's not going to last. From my little experience over 20 something years so far that I've married, you see, when it comes to love, this love that we started that many 20 something years ago, it's it's not how I started it with him. Oh, sometimes there will be some things that my head will like, what? Yes, it's not the way it started. We are growing from time to time. There are sometimes I will feel like being a single woman. Like just want, but I want to be single for 1 week or one day. In fact, I don't want to hear anything married. That's how it is. Meanwhile, we have single people out there they are praying every now and then they want to get married. So this marriage is not it's not easy. Oh. It's not easy at all. People that are praying for it, good luck. Good luck to them. But it's not easy. It takes the grace of God, tolerance, endurance, even sometimes strong head, agidi. Yeah, it takes agidi, strong head, and all that to for it to work. It's not only you think if you're doing submissive, Jesus is Lord, welcome, sir. This one. So sometimes even the man self is the too much of the virtuous woman is irritating them. Like, what's wrong with you? You need to spice it up, like I name spice it up. You need to ginger them sometimes. You need to shake them. You need to show some this thing. Sometimes they will be the one to show you too. And you start wondering what's happening. God, please help me in my marriage, blah blah blah. Yes. But trying to take another woman's man, because the man comes to you, they are singing praises of your beauty, how they can't live without you. You will know if they can live without you soon. You will see that they will live, they will sleep and snore without you. Yeah, some women feel so from time to time. She said sometimes they want violence. Yes, sometimes they need the women to show them some small can wine, like sometimes if you're too soft, blah blah blah. I know some, if I'm too, it's too soft, I'll keep praying, God please, I will fast. See, this marriage is not easy. Oh, I'm telling you. People will tell you, oh, marriage is very sweet. Get into it. Get in there. You will know the one that you would need to endure. Sometimes you want to talk, but you can't talk. You just have to leave everything to God and just keep praying. God, please help me. God, please help me. God, please take control. You want to be at your best. Sometimes you even know what you're doing is wrong. But you just want to show them that me self I get Chris. So this issue of man coming to you and singing song, telling you you're beautiful, you are the flower in the attic, cockroach in the cupboard, this one in the toilet, all those one, and that one I don't. She's the one that is forcing herself on me. She look at, see, some of them will go to the extent of showing your partner, your friends message, how you were, how she was begging them, please come home, and this one, and you guys will be making fun of her. You'll be thinking, oh, it's true, or you're the one he loves. By the time your own episode finish with them, the same way they will treat you. Before you would think, she's, I know everything she was, see, you're the way this woman doesn't know that, all the way she was begging that man, I can see it. Because you're the one ruling his heart as at that time. He's still enjoying with the ties or whatever you guys are doing together. Once he's fed up or he find a replacement for you, you see the woman you were making fun of, you now be thinking of how your own episode of story is going to be in another woman's hand. Don't be a cause of anybody's betrayal or home breaking. If that woman did not wasn't success, I think she was successful in logging herself out of this world. She didn't find someone to stop to people to stop her from the story will be telling right now would not be what we're telling, will be different. She has children, she has debts. Welcome, Clement Treasure. Um, Let me just quickly greet people. Oh, it's Mommy Sifechi's page that is still on my phone. Um, okay, welcome, Clement Treasure. Where am I? Please, thumbs up. Thank you. Um, Thank you, Mommy Ifechi. Thanks for joining me. Spice It Up said a man chatted me up last week that he likes me. Even send me picture of his wife that she's fat. Honestly, I got pissed. The woman is so beautiful, and I told him that with men, it is well. It is well. May we have sense. Women, no problem. Yeah, so the man wanted to use the style of telling you how his wife is fat. His wife is fat. He wants a slim one. Then after, if God forbid, let's just say you're not the one, it was someone else, and he finally gets into that person's and starts. Then once he's tired, he will go and meet that his wife and say that slim one is smelly. It's all in the name of getting in. They just want. They know once we hear bad about ourselves, then they will open up. Is it not high time for ladies, women to start knowing the tactics the men's are using in a way, because they know it works for us when we hear about our other fellow woman. Oh, so this one, he cannot keep home. You think it's you that know how to keep your home? Okay, you're hardworking, being hardworking, and the grace of God. Because there are some women, they are giving all their best. They are doing all their best. But the man eye is still out there. Some men, at least I've seen a man that said, the wife is too soft. That's the only thing he does not like in his wife. She's very hardworking. She's very pretty. She dresses well. She has good stature. She's lighter than me. She speaks good English. She has good job, good car. She does. He said it's too soft. The one he watches on TV that will do craze. So Why not try to prep her to also do crazy? He said it's try, but you will be saying, you will be begging him. You know, I don't have, I don't have a heart for. Let me see what he said in your is was in my language for ijogbon. Ijogbon is like stress. There are some women they don't have, they can't hold it. They don't know how to anything that is too hard, stress, fight. They can't cope. He's the kind of wife he got married to. And he said he's not gingering him. He wants the one that will stress his life. You know those one that will do hit the table and say, me, this one, that they will all sweat. That they like that one, the one that has drama. If you're not dramatic, they don't. It was initially they like you, you're peaceful. But when they are okay, they don't want peace. They don't want they want the one that will spice it up. Give them peace today, put drama tomorrow, violence that their heart will shake, they will sweat. That's the one they want. The other day I was watching Chisholm this. He said, "What do what does men want?" In my own past, sometimes what they want, we're trying to give it, but it's just for a particular time. It's not for or long. They want another thing later because they've grown. They want to explore. That's another thing. They want to explore. So, are you going to use yourself, make yourself available as their instruments to use to explore? This art of I can take you. You can break the other woman's heart, and I can take you. I will take it. How they feel comfortable sending their wife picture to other women. Yeah, they feel very comfortable. Meanwhile, if they see their wife on the phone, they'll start questioning, start monitoring. Maybe she's the same thing they will be wondering, maybe the man is doing to their woman is doing to another man. This art of trying to accept them, to allowing them to use another woman is what women need to learn to stop, because from the little that we have seen, it doesn't last. That's what I'm trying to bring out here. It doesn't last. He might use you. You might feel you might be the one they love us at that time. Even if you do your research, you notice that, oh, they're not dating anyone else. You're the only one. You're the sugar in their tea. The thing is, how long would you be? would you be would it be forever? Because they would no one will want to tell you that it's just for 2 years. Will it be forever? No, it's not going to be forever. As at that moment you are enjoying it, you're the one enjoying it, you're the one is you're making his head to go gaga. Yeah. How long is it going to be? Marriage is not for 2 years thing. That's not the purpose of wanting to go into marriage. I'm not saying your marriage must last forever. If it's not working, and something else is coming to you, and you guys feel like you guys need to go your separate way, find your way out. Both of you should sort things out. But what I'm saying is, don't make yourself the instrument for the man to use to end his marriage. If he uses you as the instrument, or to get out of the marriage, and you think you are a settlement, you are not. It's just as at that particular time. The same way he got fed up of the other woman, he will get fed up of you too. You don't know what's going to happen to you in the few years to come. Sickness might come, things might not work well. Would he be able to cope? That could be when he will be looking for another time, another woman to comfort him. How long can he cope? How long can he cope to be with you, to be with your excesses? Because let's be sincere, we do have our flaws. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. So we do have our flaws. How long would he be able to cope with my flaws? How long would he be able to correct me and put me in right order, that we can correct ourselves? He might be correcting me, but I might not like the way he's doing it, and maybe I want him to do it in a different way. It would take a while for men, for them to know all these things, to get it. But if it's the one that doesn't have the patience, he will look ahead, he will look straight into another woman that is giving him attention. He will want to go with that as well. He said I wanted to screenshot the chat and shame him publicly, but consider the wife. She doesn't deserve the embarrassment. Exactly. And you know what? Let me just let me just come in there as well. You see that if you were even able to do it, let's just say you maybe it's just between few people. We don't know. You see this woman can even come at you for even as allowing him to to come into your DM. As in the way we men, the way we take things sometimes, you will not she can even be fighting you that why would you allow a husband if you haven't given your a husband face, he won't come to you. It's because he sees that you like him. That's why I came to you. Like women, we overprotect. We overprotect. Let God do their job. Because sometimes it seems we want to take the God's position. We want to help God to do their work. We'll respect her husband. But if you know someone is married, the man is coming to you. Come on now. Even if you don't like the person, think of how long they've been together. You don't know what that woman is going through that she's not telling. She's just putting out the good face. The man will tell the story. The same thing goes to a woman as well. You know, when they are fed up with their man or they find someone else, of course, no matter nothing the man will do will please them. They will find fault, Nisha, because their high is already out. But mostly what's happening right now is that women are giving themselves out. They are using themselves like, you know what, take me and use me. Take me, use me as you like. Then when the issue now happen, then that's when women will now remember there's this lover. They remember Tunde not all this they want because technology has come in place. But when you were putting yourself as the instrument to destroy another woman, not remembering their hearts, how they'll be feeling, emotionally, you think, oh, you're the one that you're the pretty one. You're the one the man wants. So therefore, you didn't go to the man. The man came to you. So therefore, that one. How long would it last? This is what you guys, people, some of them forget that it might not last for long. It won't. The man will get fed up of you at a particular time. I want to go back to the other woman. The man will see something that his ex, he likes in his ex that you don't have, or you will move on to another person. Then what will now happen? Then the shame now comes. You now say they use you. You put yourself in there. This woman that needs help, this one on the screen, that decide to sell her property, 8 million. She put 8 million down. The man sold his whole stock and put 6 million down, and they processed visa wherever. The man ended up traveling with his ex and his child. Please, she's asking for help for revenge. I don't know what kind of revenge. No, the man is at fault as well. He also has a fault for actually deceiving the woman. Even when if he had make up with his wife, he should have told the other lady that, oh, myself and my wife have made up, oh, we're traveling. When we get there, if I said to, I'll give you more. But it didn't, because they know you played a bad part in their relationship. So they decide that, okay, that's your own share of being a bad woman. Let me just read comments. Guys know what likes what like I said before, some women are the problem. Yeah, some women are the problem. We use ourselves as the instrument. Spices of say causes, not cause. Courses are meant to put, yes, it's course. Is my typing this, and I'll correct that when I'm, because I don't think it will allow me to change it while the screen. Let me see. It's not going to allow me. No, it's not. When I'm done with the live stream, then I'll change the correction. Oh, I think it's changed it already. Thank you for that. And do you know that some women will still accept to start dating the man even after talking about the wife? Yeah, of course. We women, what we cause, eh? May God help us. Guys, please give me. They will run to gist lover. Yes, they will run to gist lover. What's that? The other ones? There are plenty. Remedy lover. Judy Scottis or whatever. There are plenty. There are plenty. Tunde not all of them. They remember those people, but when they started the show, when they started to betray each other, they don't remember to involve gist lover. When they now want to start the story, they will say, yeah, I know that, but he deceived me. When he was deceiving you, that's the thing there too. When they were being deceived, they know this man is deceiving them, but they want to outsmart, saying, oh, see, if maybe if I show him love, he will stick to me. It's only for a while. It's not going to stick with you for a very long time. They're going to go away. They too also know. Do you not think that the person that you actually cheated with, you think that person will trust you? Most times, no. They will still go away. Definitely get rid of us. What kind of revenge? I don't know. I don't know if you've read this main story. Let me replay it. That's what women do sometimes. They make themselves available for the man to use, or in the name of, I'm helping him. If you think you're helping him, if you're helping and you guys sign contracts, once you get so million, you pay me my money. Once you start putting love into it, and it's the type of love that will have to make another woman to start crying, then it's not nice now. Clement Treasure said, "This is sad. Some men will not make heaven. They want to repent towards heaven, making heaven. Please make a thumbs up. Thank you. Some men are not well trained, especially the single mother that are raising kids. So that's this thing about this Farida is the woman that the Yoruba woman, the socialite that was on social media a couple of days ago. I think it is the third day now that she almost got herself deleted because of the man. They got married like 3 months ago, but the man isn't interested anymore, and the man is dating her friend now. And the man also put out some point that the woman does almost everything for him. He doesn't feel like a man, that he feels useless. So I just say it in the beginning that, you know what, don't do everything for a man. Give them a chance. If you want to help them to get a business so that they can also provide, even if they know, if you're still going to be saying it, that, oh, I got you the business but at least they are doing the work, they are putting the hard work, then they are still providing in the house. But when you give them everything, come on now, the man feels he's useless, he can't do anything, he can't provide, then it will be hard for him to also give others. He might feel that if you give others, you will flaunt it. They feel that when they are providing, their order stands. It comes with a command, it comes authoritatively. They have this thing in their head. So we should just allow them to be. He wants to work. If you can assist with them working, it's not for you to start putting on the face of they are the one doing everything to your friends out there. They themselves know within themselves that they are not the one doing what you're portraying to your friends. You're just using them as a show off. It's not something they like. Ask them where they want to fish. Then if you want to assist them to get to that place, then they can start fishing themselves. Once they start fishing, they are providing in the house. Then it gives them that boost. Then they can start looking for a side chick. God, no. They can start looking for a side chick. So the man he gave his own reason, which wasn't I would say it's not acceptable. He didn't love him. There was no love from the beginning. I felt he knew the woman was helping him because the woman is not lucky with men. There are some women, no matter how good they are to men, they are not just lucky with a man. Some are not just lucky in marriage. Some have tried 3 4. They are not just lucky, and they are trying to do it right. It's not just working. So doesn't mean that we're married and we're doing everything right. Grace of God is added to it too. So, and the other woman that decide to be a savior of the man, which is the story, the savior of the other man by wanting to let them elope and go out of the country. And then the man decide to out to beat her to it. Now she wants a revenge. She's asking for how she can revenge. Honestly, if they ask me, I will ask her, I will tell her, don't revenge, because when you're trying to get a revenge, God might call you home because you did wrong. You did wrong. During those times you were with this man, you never know what the woman was doing. Maybe she was on her knee crying to God for help. So God decided to turn that help you were, that favor you're giving that man, that is going to turn around to be good to the woman. So I would just say, let it go. Let God ask God for forgiveness of sin so that God can let you meet your own man. While trying to revenge, your life might go with it. You might even fall into the wrong hand. So let it go. Let it go, so that even when they see, they can feel later and say, you know what, let's get in touch with this woman and tell her sorry, that you shouldn't have done what you've done, but send us your account number so we can send your money back. You don't know, they could do that later, but you don't, to me, you don't have any revenge to revenge. Don't go and say you want to revenge. The revenge that will send you to go out to go and meet God earlier. You're not ready to ask for forgiveness of sin yet. Please just work on yourself and let revenge go away. Clement just say yes, so do not spend on a man. You can spend on a man if you can, if he's a husband, or you if you want. See, I'm not gonna say don't spend, but please spend wisely. Spend wisely. Spend wisely. Don't say it's blind. Don't, if it's blind, go to opticians and all that. Don't let it be blind. Spend wisely. Use sense. It's very essential in the that we are in right now. If you do everything blindly, when they are going to dump you, they will dump you blindly. I hope you understand. And she said, honestly, cut off spending on a man. It brings down their ego. Yeah, I know what is ego you mean. And my second one, where I said, as parents failed for not knowing everything about their child. It was something that I heard, and the woman was feeling like she heard that, let's it's a case of, hearing these motivational speakers. Take for example Pastor Funke Adejumo. She wasn't the one that said it. I'm just using her as an example. Those motivational speakers, the Christian motivational speakers, sometimes when we're listening and we're jotting some point down, people were applauding them, clapping. When you're jotting things down, it's okay that we recheck it again. Does it apply to you? You might like it, but it might not work for your home. I feel it might not work for your home as at that time. It might be in the next 4 years that thing will work for your home. As at the time you heard it, it might not be applicable. If you try to apply it, it might actually drain the relationship you have with your home. So, when they will say, oh, if you are fail as a parent, if your child does not tell you anything, you are fail as a parent. If your child that was I heard the voice miss this thing, the preaching, and the woman went with it. She felt if she has failed as a parent, she felt she has failed as a parent if her child does not tell her anything, everything. She heard her child was telling one of her aunties something about what a boyfriend of ours was doing, and she felt, why can't she come to her? It's not, sometimes some girls, or some, would I say, some children not coming to you doesn't mean that they are not close to you. That's what I want to bring out. I don't know if anyone wants to contribute. I feel some of them is out of respect, out of fear. When I say fear, some fear is not fear of she's going to kill me. They don't want to disappoint you. They don't want you to be heartbroken. When we were growing up, some people fear their parents, some people respect and regard their parents. Part of what Mommy Ifechi was saying on a live stream earlier, that a mom and a dad issue. So there's some respect, there's some fear of, I don't want this person to beat me, to hit me. So some is because maybe they know their mom is going through a lot and they don't want to add to the heartbreak. So they decide that, what, I'm going to keep it up. I'm going to suck it up. I'm not going to tell. I'm going to mention someone. God rest his soul. The one of, don't I will not really mention, but you'll be able to know what I'm talking about. That the husband is displaying skit of recent, and in the couple of months ago they lost a child, their son, their first son. Part of the report that we were hearing, that I read online, initially when I heard it, I was thinking maybe this thing that is going on between the two parents is affecting the boy. His friends might be also be asking for updates or making fun of him. They can find all these things on social media, on the internet. So he has a lot that he is going through, in as much as he is going to be his mother's husband. Remember, most times the first son, even as little as my son is, it's like my second husband. I don't know how to put it. So he wants to comfort his mom. He's not. He wouldn't want to be telling his mom all the time. Oh, my friend said this. Oh, um I'm ashamed when I'm going to school, or when some, they wouldn't want to, because he doesn't want to make his mom depressed. Sometimes those children don't want to tell because they don't want to disappoint you, or they don't want to cause you more heartache. It doesn't mean that not telling you means that you're failed. So some people think if your child doesn't tell you everything, or if you don't know everything about your child, it means you're a failed parent. That's why I thought, okay, let me ask that, as parents failed if not knowing everything about their child? And how old is that child? What kind of a thing? To me, what kind of a thing is the parent not knowing, or is the mom not knowing about the child? Should we just say, if your children don't tell you everything, it means you have failed as a parent? Is it right? Let me know if you understand what I mean. But it was part of all this motivational talk thing that, oh, if you're a parent and your child don't tell you everything, you are fair as a parent. You need to discharge yourself. The things that we hear, when you jot them down, think of it. Is it applicable to you right now, or it's going to be applicable to you later? Because if you want to put everything in use, you might make a mistake. You might be putting it in use at the wrong time. Maybe it's not the right time for that person to put that in use. It might be applicable immediately to some other people because of maybe their kind of the home setting. But if your children are still young, and if you see, you should know, you should just assess when such advice, some motivational or speaker and or point that you're picking, when is it applicable? Should you just put everything you hear into practice? Should you just go home and start putting that in practice? But this thing actually make this woman feel very down, and she felt if a child did not tell her everything, or she doesn't know everything, not like few things, like you must know everything. Must Does it show that you failed as a parent? No problem, ma'am. No problem. I appreciate. Thank you. Not all the motivational speakers. I'm just saying, there are some that the way they were going to bring their points, they are on fire. They are bringing out points. People that are listening to it, either a parent or not, just know when to make it applicable. It doesn't mean that all what people are saying is applicable to you as at the time you're listening to it. See, there's some motivational talk that you will put on. Where I come from, they will say, put it on your left palm. Yeah. So once you put it on your there will be a time that it will be applicable. You can make use of it. There are certain talk or points that you will hear from other parents. If your child is still very young for such things, you're not going to apply such points. It might be applicable to them in the next 2 to 3 years. When my girls too were growing up, there are some talks that I listen to them. Some of them I know it's not applicable. I can't apply it now. But when it was time for me to apply, somehow remember, oh, I remember when this person was saying this. Okay, those children, these girls are now bringing this thing up now. Then it was useful. And I have to put it on um would I say wisely, I can't force it. So you have to find a way of blending that in because they might want to rebel when you want to apply it. It's not something that they are used to. So sometimes it takes you guys to sit down and talk about it. You don't just like, it is what I said, whatever I says goes. If you see, some people will tell you, oh, they dare not born that child well, to ask me why. I've heard that before many times. That to ask me why. When I was growing up, when our parents are talking, all we do is we put our heads down. Yes. When my dad is talking, I don't look at his face all the time. But it got to a stage when he's talking, yeah, like I want to see his reaction, so I know how serious it is. And if you want to ask questions, there's a way we can ask in a polite way. As the world is getting civilized, the children will ask you, why do you not want me to do it? Most times when when you don't want them to do something, they need you to put a reason to it. That's Let me just say, maybe the children here that I've observed so far, they want you to tell them, don't do so thing because of so thing. They just don't want you to say, don't do that. They want to have a reason. They want to see why they shouldn't do it, why it's not okay to do it. No, I'm talking to I'm on live stream, not to you, Daddy. Thank you. Yeah, so they want you to tell them, to give them a reason. So it's okay to give them the reason you don't want them to do so thing. Most so when we were growing up, it's not all the time they give us reasons. They just tell us, don't do it, or stop you from doing that. Some children just want to say why they shouldn't do it, or they want to see the thing go. So some of these things, the way it's applicable, people that will tell you my child does not, they dare not born them well. Some will ask you, some you will hear them saying their child this and that. The day you will hear the way their child talks to them, you will be surprised. That is not this person that was painting like they are the shaky person, but their child is giving them words back. You'll be surprised that you heard from them, and you were so nasty to your own child at home. Just be wise about the way you take would I say people's advice or motivational speaker. Know when it's applicable to you, when you will need to apply it, and how you will need to apply it. It might not work for you the same way it was for that person. Some people will yell at their own children. Those children will quickly run upstairs or run to their room and just cover up. Why some they will be screaming as they are going to their room, and some you push them into their shell and they won't open up again. I feel that it's not all parents that have failed if their child doesn't tell them everything. Some might tell you some, and it depends on their age. Because I use child doesn't mean that maybe they are just under 13. Some are, no matter how old your child is, how grown they are still your children. So depending on what exactly did they not tell you, who they have spoken to. If you're not comfortable with the person you think they are talking to, if you think that person might be misleading them, I think what you having a conversation with them about the person as well, letting them know maybe the kind of thing they can discuss with them. You might even want to find out what are the things you're not comfortable to discuss with me. I think it also depends on how children are growing. With my girls, my son right now, we still doing our talk, normal talk. But the young adults, I do have conversation with them, so from time to time. Sometimes I bring up issue of even boyfriend, blah blah blah. See how they are going to contribute. You can use that to also find out what are the things that they wouldn't feel comfortable to discuss with you. Don't feel because you're their mom, you're their parent, they must discuss everything with you. They might not feel comfortable. You might want to know why, then you can let them see why you you're maybe you're the best one to the best one to approach. Some are not okay to discuss sex life with. They feel they're shy, they want to discuss with someone else. But who are the person? Is it someone that will mislead them or take advantage? Those are the things. I think the way you are conversing with them, you will know if what they will be comfortable with. Thank you, smart conserver. Thank you. You will know what they are comfortable to discuss with you. Don't It's not everything they will be, but there are certain things you want them to obviously increase or feel that you're the best one to discuss with. If you don't have that discussion or make that avenue, excuse me, available, they might be discussing with someone else. So don't think you must know everything. When it comes to maybe girls, when they start their own puberty thing, you might want to discuss it with them. I feel the parents should be the best to talk to them. But what relationship do you have with them initially? They just sit down, just let you do the talking and say, okay, or you guys want to make it an interactive one that you're not the only one talking, and they could ask questions. Them talking to you, is it that they're just telling you or they're having conversation with you? If you give a listening here, it might encourage them to come back to want to tell you more. But if you just want to hit back, then next time when they have some things, they will bottle it up and not tell you. I remember when they were in college, then there are some teacher things they would tell me. If I say, oh, I think maybe we should have a word with them, and they will say no. The one that you try to go and do without their consent, they won't tell you again. There's some like that. I think you need to just watch the kind of child you have and what kind of a message. But do obviously be having conversation with them. It will help to know if they are comfortable to discuss some topic with you. You won't know then you as yourself, what kind of topic would you be comfortable to discuss with your child? Because now it's not only about the child. Let's even change it around. It's not only about the child. What if you're not comfortable to discuss such topic with the child? Are you telling the child off? If you're the type that will tell the child, like, go and sit down there, go away, then obviously they know it's not your type. You're doing Jesus is the Lord type. They will speak to people that they would someone that will be someone that will give them a listening ear, and they can converse. They can laugh, talk about the disadvantage and the advantage. Then they feel okay. They feel inclusive. But if you as a mother, you're not making them feel inclusive, you're making them feel like, oh, it's not you're not in a position to, it's not your time, this one, that one. What you don't know that they know, yeah. They might have known that thing 3 years ago. So when they are coming to you to want to have some conversation, you might need to bring yourself to their level before you now let them know, okay, this one is not yet time though. That's why I wanted to know where you heard it from. But this is not the time for so thing. We've discussed it. So you now have the guidelines. Don't allow so thing to happen to you. Don't just send them off. I'm too small to start giving this such advice to some big people, but it could be why some people will feel their children is not talking to them. But I don't think a parent has failed if their child don't tell them everything. I feel it depends on what kind of a thing has the child not been telling you. Is it everything? Like everything doesn't tell you anything at all, or is because they didn't tell you 2 out of 10, you've already known 8. So the two that they didn't tell you means that you have failed. I don't think so. depending on the angle you're looking at it from. Depending on the child themselves, some children are quite stubborn, some are very secretive. So you need to know the kind of child you have and how to go about it. There are some children you ask them, they will open up. Why some will be telling you, nothing wrong with me. Can I be left alone? Can I be left alone? Can you leave me? I want to be excused. Yeah, they will tell you I want to be excused all the time. Then you go gaga and scream, this is my house, this one, that one, that one, that one. And yeah, that space starts expanding, that you guys are not having that close relationship. You get to a stage where they want to prove to you that they also have rights. Oh, they want to prove to you that they have rights and you have left. So it takes the grace of God and patience to also know how to work with them, find a calm time when they are maybe a bit more they are a bit calmer, then you guys can talk like what is wrong, what's happening, I'm missing you, and I feel there's something wrong. Just they can tell you, oh, I'm fine. I don't worry, I'll be fine. Once they start telling you I'll be fine, something is happening. You start knowing how to pray about what you want to pray about, and maybe if they have siblings that you want to also ask. There's different ways to it, but I don't totally agree that when a parent doesn't know everything about the child, their children, that they have failed. I feel it depends on what exactly, at what age, and how are they going about it. My own, you don't have to go with what I said, or our is my what I know for now, that I think is the best. In the next 5 years, when I've grown more than this, maybe I will have better understanding. But for now, this is for me. You can do what pleases you. My advice is, please walk along with your child. And it's not all the motivational speaker points that is applicable to you as at the time it is said. It is not all the motivational points that is applicable to you as at the time it's said, as at the time you heard it. It's not for you to head home straight and start saying, oh yeah, okay, you come down here. You're not allowed to watch TV. You no, 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 no. They will look at you like, what's wrong with this one? They will even know you very something. And you know what? These children can actually frustrate you if you bring up some will even tell you that what is wrong with you, what has come over you. Yeah, that's the word they will use. That is everything okay, you will even hear both of them or three of them, number of children you have, they might be asking themselves that what has come over mommy, what has come over daddy. So they to do their choo talk. And so just know when to make it applicable. It's not every time you say the person that was preaching it, their own child must have grown up, gone to their husband's house. And also when they applied those things, the world was still very calm. World were still calm. Children were listening more. There's not too much social media. There wasn't too much authority interfering into families. But right now, that everything is social media, you need to also find a way of also applying that. You might need to have a conversation, gentle conversation with your children. Sometimes we do sit down at home, I will bring out their flaws. Mommy, you don't do this. Daddy, you don't do that. We too, you say you don't do that. You don't wash plate, and you too, you don't wash plate. You drop the plate in the sink. You allow us to. We talk about things, so you guys should know when you bring some small talk. It builds up more relationship, and even when they are not at home, you miss them. Like me, I'm already counting down that in the next 2 weeks, my girls will be back to school, and it will be just me and my son and my husband. Then the house will be quiet. But that's how it is. So, not that there are time for everything. Those people that were doing the motivational speaking, when it applies to them, then they might not struggle. The world was a bit calmer. Their children must have actually gotten married, or be in high school. And people that still have children or teenagers, you now want to apply the same way those people applied years about over 10 years ago. It might not work that way. You might want to use this advice, but the way you apply it and when matters. The way you apply, meaning the way you introduce the action, the advice and all that matters. If you bring it up in a irrational way, if you bring it up in would I say harsh way, they might not receive it well. It might not settle well with them. It might take them to start thinking, who do you think you are to do this one? Or they might want to rebel. So I think you should find a way that will suit in, maybe the way you can say it in a subtle way where they will be able to view from your own lens. You guys can come together, and you know what, this is what will work better. They should, and also for you to let them know that you know what, you cannot push them to do the wrong thing. You always want them to be on the right side, which is the reason you wanted so thing. Let them be able to speak, or sometimes they will tell you why this thing is not applicable or why they don't feel. Some they will tell us that, oh, during because it was for you during those your time does not mean that. And I will be wondering, what? Yeah, yeah. So have conversation. I pray that it was well. Hello. Oh, okay. I pray that it was well. So for me, like I said, it's not, I don't totally agree that parent has failed if they don't know everything about their child. If you do know some things about your child, it's okay. Yeah, you're doing well too. If you think you still need to know more, I think you need to work on it more. You might need to ask your child, or want you to know what they are not comfortable to discuss with you. Who are they comfortable to discuss it with? Maybe you are comfortable with the person they will discuss it with. I don't know. They might be comfortable to discuss it with their lecturer, their teacher, or they have another auntie. I don't know. But you guys should that kind of talk. When you speak, you guys talk, you'll be able to know what's going on in their mind and the way they are also taking you. Maybe they don't want to hurt you. Some of them don't want to discuss it with you, like I said, just because they don't want you to be heartbroken. It's not because they want to shame you. They just don't want you to feel bad. So they want to make sure most of the thing you hear about them is a successful one. They don't want to heartbreak from you. That's mine here. And let me just appreciate everyone that has joined the live stream today. I mean, come to support today, starting from Spicy Top. Is it one dia? Yeah, spice it up with one dia. Thanks for joining me. Um, I think Spice It Up one dia was the first one I saw. The first two people, I don't know them. They didn't show themselves, but they finally gone. And Nkechi, Cynthia, thank you for joining me. And Chisom, thank you. And Nurse Versatile, thank you. True Life, thank you for joining me. Uju Talk Show, thank you for joining me. I know you wanted to come on the live stream, but I guess it's your network. I tried to add you on. And who else again? Clement Treasure, thank you for your contribution. Smart Conserver, thank you for your contribution. Nurse Versatile, thank you for your contribution as well. I think that's all. If you've joined and I haven't mentioned your name, it must be an oversight. I appreciate you. Thanks for joining me, and God bless you. If you've got any point on what I've said so far, I will replay. Where's this thing? I'll replay this again, and I'll still be hanging around till for the next couple of minutes. Where's the Thank you, everyone. I don't know who's just joined again. Thank you. I've just finished, but you can make yourself visible. I've even forgotten I'm on Facebook. In the next 9 minutes, I will. What happened? I'm the one playing it. Do you like it? Thank you. What did you say tomorrow? Is have a lovely night. Thank you. Have a lovely night too. And do take care. It's to 9 here. Thank you. Bye. If you end this live video now, you'll be able to choose if you want to save it. Delete it. This is my first time doing Saturday. Oh, I'm sure you see me. Okay, thank you. Bye. Bye bye.